Okay, we're live. Hi. So, apologize. I have a cat lying down in front of me, and I don't want to move her right now. I just uploaded or tried to upload or recorded like the most incredible stretch video for us, and I am completely useless when it comes to electronics and technology, and I lost it. So here's round two. Hi, welcome. We're gonna go through a kind of a stretchy workout today. I've had some requests for something we can do that sort of will alleviate a lot of tension and pain in our bodies from sitting all day or homeschooling or working or whatever we are doing during this period of self-isolation. So this workout is going to hit all those tight spots. Maybe get a little bit of a sweat on. We're going to do a little bit of strength training. We're going to create some mobility in our spine, some lengthening in our hamstrings. All you need is a mat. So grab a mat. Let's get going. Let's take our hands and position them underneath our shoulders, center of the wrist, line up with the outer edges of your shoulders. And you want to tuck those toes under for me. And let's rock through a couple of cat-cows. So we'll inhale, feel the movement starting from your tailbone as you reach your chest through your arms and then press into the ground, pushing the floor away from you, rounding your back. We inhale, tailbone ripples up, and then the mid-back, and then the upper back. The chest reaches through the arms. And then exhale, we go low back, middle back, rib cage, and head. And then inhale, tailbone, low back, middle back, rib cage, head. And then exhale, tailbone, bellies in. We round the back, we press the ground away. Two more times. Inhale, we ripple, come into that extension. Exhale, round. Imagine your spine is like a wave and it's just moving. One more time, we breathe in. And then we exhale and we round. Let's pause here for a moment. Tuck your toes under. Take a quick little child's pose here. And as you hold this child's pose, give me a second. I'm going to run up to the camera and just make sure that I am actually recording. And we're good. Awesome. Amazing. So hold that child pose for me. Take your hands over to the right-hand side of your mat. Your left hand will reach a little farther than your right, and pull that left sitting bone back towards your heel. We'll take a breath in, allowing the ribs on the left side to open, stretching through the lats and the muscles in our rib cage. And then exhale, soften. Take 4 more breaths like that. Every time you exhale, I want you to feel like you could pull your sitting bones away from your fingers. And every time you inhale, allow that left-hand side of your body to balloon up. One more time. And then take your hands over to the left-hand side. Same thing. Right hand slightly farther forward than the left. Pull your right sitting bone back away from your fingers. Create that length through the right side. And as you breathe in, we open our right rib cage. And then as we exhale, we close. And again, we open. And as we close the ribs, we pull the right sitting bone even closer to that right heel. Let's go for 3 more breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, release. Last 2. And then one more time. And then bring yourself back into your tabletop position, taking your right hand and bringing it behind your head. Inhaling, we lift the right arm up. We twist our spine, left rib pulls through. And then exhale, we roll that right elbow into that left arm. And we rotate our spine. And we inhale, press into the left hand. We twist. And exhale, we bring that right elbow to the left forearm. One more time, we open. And then we exhale. Now let's add a little bit of work in the legs here. So take your left leg, balancing on the right leg, left hand, lifting that left leg up. Let's twist the body, breathe in, and then exhale, draw that left knee forward, pull the right elbow to the left knee, round your back. Inhale, open, we twist. And exhale, we round. Pull the tailbone down between those thighs, pull your abdominal muscles up and in one more time. And then exhale, rounding, stretching through our back. And then we switch. We take the left hand behind our head. Press into the right hand. We inhale, we open. And then exhale, we round down. And then again, inhale, we open. And then exhale and round. One more time, we open. I just keep thinking about the fact that I'm going to record this video again, and it is not going to work. And then we take the right leg, reach it out. Left arm is going to rotate the ribs. Maybe your right leg lifts higher. Exhale, knee and elbow come to touch. We round the back. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we round. One more time like that. Open, extend, twist. Navel to spine. Pull the tailbone between the legs. Push into your right hand.
And then release. Let's rock through a couple more cat-cows here, maybe adding some circles of the body, letting the head lift. We're in the privacy of our own homes right now. No one's watching. Let's move our bodies and then go the other way. But you know what's funny is no one's ever watching anyways. You get so self-conscious when we're in a group class thinking, "Oh my God, everyone's going to watch me." No one's watching. They're all watching themselves. All right, tuck those toes under for me. Hover your knees an inch up off of the floor, and then press your stomachs back towards your thighs. So we're in sort of like a half downward facing dog. Our knees are really bent. Now imagine my hands are on the back of your pelvis, and I'm pulling it away from your fingers as you press your hands down and forward. So really lengthening through your spine. The purpose of a down dog stretch is actually to lengthen the spine. As much as we get that stretch in the hamstrings and in through our calves, it's really about, can you pull your vertebrae apart, stretch your back. Now take a breath in and lifting those hips up a little higher. Press both of your heels to the floor. There goes your calves and your hamstrings. And then again, bend the knees, roll onto the balls of your feet. And then exhale, heels press down, press the hands down and forward, pick your hips up. 3 more times. Let the head be heavy, shoulder blades gather on the backs of your ribs. We want to work a bit of extension here in our upper back as we press those heels down. Last 2, breathe in. Exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together, press hands down and forward, heels to the floor. 1 more time, we bend the knees. We straighten the legs. And then we bring ourselves forward into a plank pose. Hands under shoulders, step your right foot beside your right hand. Drop your left knee to the mat. Take your hands onto your thighs and press yourself up into a low lunge. Squeeze the glute on that left leg. Point your tailbone down towards the floor. Activate the stretch in the front of your left thighs and then reach your arms up and towards the sky. Take your right hand, grab left wrist, and dive up and over to the right for a quick little side bend stretch here. And then inhale, we reach up. And then exhale, find a little more gathering of the belly. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, press into your left foot, rise up. So high crescent lunge in yoga. Or maybe you consider this a runner's lunge. I want you to imagine my hands are on your ribs and I'm pulling your ribs up away from your pelvis. I'm reaching up and stretching through my fingertips. I keep all of that height as I squeeze my back glutes. I inhale, I lower my knee just to touch the floor. And I exhale and I lift. Straighten that back leg. Press your hamstring behind you. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Can you gather your front ribs, keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips? And we stretch back through that leg, opening the front of your pelvis. Last 2, we tap down and we lift. 1 more time, we tap down. We lift. Stay here, hands interlaced behind your back. Charge into your back foot. Charge up your back leg. Reach your knuckles to the floor as we lift the chest up. Small little back bend here. And then exhale, we come down, framing your foot with your hands, knee to the mat. And then take your right arm and sweep your right arm up towards the sky. You guys are like, what? I thought we were stretching. That was hard. Yeah. Sometimes you have to activate some muscles to create some length. All right, take your right hand, bring it onto the inside of your right foot. Lift your left knee up off of the floor. Step your right foot back to meet your left. And then let's bring our hips up. So a little bit more of a traditional downward facing dog here. So hands are center of wrist, line up with outer edge of shoulders. Bend your knees a little bit. So find the length in your spine first. Press your hands down and forward. Again, imagine my hands are pulling your hips up and back. And then we're going to come into just a little bit of a pedal here. So you're going to pedal out through your heels, dropping your heels down to the mat, creating a little bit of a deeper stretch. Let's go 1 more on each side. Shoulder blades pull together. And then pause here. We ripple forward. Find our plank pose. Step your left foot beside your left hand. Now, if you need to help it forward, do that. And then take your right knee down to the mat. Hands to your thighs. Lift yourself up. Take your arms, reaching them up. So think ribs pulling away from your pelvis. Tailbone points down towards the floor. We want to lengthen our upper bodies up as we root our lower bodies down. So like we're oppositionally stretching from both sides here. Take your right wrist in your left hand, dive up and over to that left hand side. And then we come back through center, release the arms, stretch them up. So ribs lift, fingertips ignite up towards the sky. Eye gaze is forward. We breathe in, and then we exhale, straighten your right leg, press your hamstring back. We're stretching through that pelvis. And we come down, we tap the knee, take a breath. Exhale, we lift, we stretch. Inhale, tap down. Keep that belly pulled in. Stretch. Exhale, we squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstring. 3 more times. Come down, work through the range of motion that feels good in your body. Last 2. And we lift. Your front knee should track directly over that front big toe. Last one here. Let's pause here. Hold hands interlaced behind your back. Stretch those knuckles to the floor. Lift the chest up. Little back bend here. And then bringing your hands down onto the mat. Lowering your knee to the ground. Take your right arm out slightly and float the left arm up towards the sky. Take a couple of breaths. We find that rotation. And then bringing your left hand down to the floor, step your left leg behind you by lifting the right leg up, pressing into your hands, floating your foot back. Find your downward facing dog, pedal out through your heels, claw into your fingers, shoulder blades gather on the back of your ribs. And then pause here in a bit of stillness. And then walk your hands to the back of your mat, bringing them to your toes. Fold forward over your legs. Take your hands, interlacing them behind your back. Reach your knuckles behind you. Take a breath in, exhale, straighten your right leg, bend your left, twist your body to the right. And then bend your right knee, let the head drop. And then straighten the left leg. And we twist the left shoulder up, hands drop to the right. And then one more time, through center. Right leg straightens, left knee bends. And then release. I guess the benefit of my video not uploading is I got to stretch my body twice today, which feels kind of good. And then release that, letting the hands dangle down, letting your head dangle down. Soften on your exhale. And then walk yourself back and find your high plank position. Press back one more time, downward facing dog. Bring your eye gaze forward, and then we're going to slowly walk to the front of our mat, doing your best to pick your hip up as you pick your foot up. So we press into that left foot, we pick our right leg up, we try to get that heel to touch, and then we press into the right foot and we pick the left leg up. I kind of think like how like an elephant would walk. I have no idea how they walk, and I don't know why. To me, this is like how an elephant would walk forward. And then bring your hands to your shin bones. And then just lengthen your spine. Lift your head, reach your sitting bones back. Take a breath in. And then exhale, we fold forward. I like to hold on to the backs of my calves here and pull my body towards my thighs. And then inhale, lengthen, tailbone back, crown of head forward. And then exhale, I like to pull on my calves as I dive forward. One more time, press shin bones and hands together. We lengthen. Exhale, we round. Let your body be heavy. Take a breath in. Exhale with bent knees. Slowly start to roll yourself all the way up. When you get to the top, cross your left leg over your right. And then come have a seat on your mat and roll down onto your back. Place your hands by your side. Walk your feet in. Shin bones are straight up and down to the ground. We pick our hips up. We breathe in and we exhale, we reach our arms behind us. So big stretch here. So stretch out of your fingers and then roll down bone by bone, really melting your spine into the mat. We want to squeeze the glutes at the very end there so we can lengthen through our lumbar spine, that spine that's at the very end of your spine. Press into your hands, your fingers, the backs of your arms, roll up, peel your spine up like a bicycle chain. Press your heels into the mat and energetically slide your heels back to your shoulders as you reach your knees forward. We stretch our hips. We reach the arms behind us. We stretch out of those arms, and then we roll down. Really taking the time to connect every bone into the mat one at a time. Hands pressed, collarbones widen, shoulder blades to the spine. We peel up. Remember that energetic pull back of your feet as the knees reach forward. Stay out of your neck, stay in your shoulder blades. Reach your arms back and then roll down bone by bone. We're going to do 2 more. Hands down. We curl up. Arms reach back. And we roll down. And then last one, we keep the hands down on this one. We lift up. Pause here, hold. Take a breath in, exhale, lower your right hip slightly to the floor as you press into the left foot. Pick your left hip up a little more, reach out of that left leg. And then we switch our hips. The right leg lifts, the left hip lowers. The left hip lifts, the right hip lowers. So we're just doing a little sort of rotation side to side. The waistline is staying long here. So imagine a little marble on your pelvis and it's rolling from one hip bone to the other as you drop one hip down and pick the other side up. Let's go 4 more. Lots of hamstrings here and lots of opening through the front of your pelvis. We'll go 3. Last 2. One more time. And then come up through center, roll all the way down, taking your feet a little wider than your mat, cactusing your arms out to the side, and just letting those legs rock from side to side. Coming into a nice open of our pelvis. Now bring your feet a little closer together. Pick your right leg tabletop. Hands go behind your hamstring. Press your leg into your hand. Bring yourself up to a seated position. Take your arms, reach your arms out, sit tall. We take a breath in, exhale, we roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Taking the time to melt your spine into the mat, shoulder blades melt down. Pick your right leg up, grab onto the hamstring, pick yourself back up, arms out. We breathe in, exhale, roll down bone by bone. Let your low back move, then the pelvis, then the ribs. Head comes down 2 more times. Leg lifts, press into your hand. Pick yourself up. Arms come up. We roll down. And then 1 more time. We come up. We stay up. We straighten the legs. The feet flex. Sit up tall. Now, if you find that you're so tight that you can't sit up tall, I want you to bend your knees a little bit, and then that's going to allow you to find more lift and height in your spine. Reach your arms forward. We take a breath, we tuck the chin, and then we stretch those arms forward. I like to imagine my arms are sliding across the table. This is called spine stretch in Pilates. It's meant to stretch your spine, not your legs. Inhale, we lift, rise, stack your spine. If you can straighten your legs a little bit, do that. Take a breath in, exhale, chin in, pull the abdominals back in opposition as you think about your ribs pulling up and away from your pelvis as you stretch forward. And then inhale, you stack your spine 2 more times. You know what's really funny? Exhale, tuck your chin, dive forward. This stretch routine I'm doing now is completely different than the one I did before. I always wonder where my mind goes and why things flow to where they do, but they just do. And then we lift up. Is it better than the other one? I don't know. Feels pretty good though. Tuck the chin. Exhale, spine stretch. Come forward. And then come all the way up. Bring your hands behind you. Come into a seated position, left foot on right thigh, taking your arms, reaching them out. Just take that right hand down to the mat. Sweep your left fingers up and over. Big side bend stretch here. And then bringing your left hand to the mat and sweeping the right arm up and over. 1 more time. I get asked a lot the difference between yoga and Pilates. I'm certified in yoga. I don't teach a lot of yoga. Pilates is my jam. It's what I do. It's my passion. And Pilates and yoga are like the perfect marriage. You know, they're very different. It's like yin and yang. They're on the opposite ends here of a spectrum of movement, but they just work so well together. Switch your legs around, go the other way. Arms up. Let's bring that left hand down, sweep the right arm up. So for those of you that are wondering like when your gyms are going to open up, you know, I work in a few gyms here in Vancouver. I work in a very big international gym that's kind of all over the world, in the USA, in the UK, and in Canada. And then I work in a very small sort of mom and pop little sweet little boutique studio. And it seems to me from what I'm gathering in my industry that the smaller boutique studios are going to be opening up sooner than the larger gyms. So I think this is a great opportunity right now to try out working out online. And what I've been loving is I've been able to train with people from all over the world, mentors of mine that I've met at conferences and people that I highly respect in my field. So there was a lot of us out there doing these online classes on Zoom or Instagram, or I don't even know the other platforms. So take an opportunity to try something new, try somebody else new, move in a way you've not moved before. Like, why not, right? Why not train with someone in London if you live in New York, or train with someone in Vancouver if you're living in San Francisco, or wherever you are? So that's what we have for today. That was a quick little stretch. Feel free to throw that in sort of, you know, halfway through your day.
take a little movement break, maybe at the end of your day, maybe before you hit your day and you get out of bed and you want to move a little bit. And thank you so much for every email I've received. They've been lovely. I've read them all. I'm sorry if I haven't responded to all of them, but I respond to as many as I can. So keep them coming. Keep the requests coming for the workouts. Haley@laineygossip.com, Haley with a Y, and I will do my best to keep us healthy and fit and moving until we can all get back together and work out together in a big studio and be around that energy. But for now, we got to do what we can. So stay safe, stay healthy, keep moving. And I hope to see you guys all soon. Okay, take care. Bye.